And welcome once again to Investor's Edge. I'm Gary Kaltbaum, your host. Hey, thanks for being with us today. Glad you're here, ladies and gentlemen. Happy that you're listening. It is Wednesday, the 26th, August, 2026. Hope you're having a good day. As always, serious talk on everything that affects you. When it comes to you, the markets, your money, your job, your industry. We'll do Washington, D.C., big time, because they are now interveners and interlopers on everything we do in our lives, including from the party that said they would never do that. We'll do whatever else we think we need to do, like Meta settling for like $18 billion. We're going to comment on that. Or the president throwing the Republican Party under the bus today for his failures. I'll cover that. And you never know when we'll find a scam or sham or more corruption that we have to cover. And whatever else. And if you do not get this radio show in your city, we'll post it at GaryK.com. We'll also post it on our X feed. And if you don't follow us on X, you should just put our name in. If you'd like to email us, all you got to do is be nice. But of course, we'll be nice back as long as you're nice and respectful. And the only way we will not be nice is if you like Hamas, are racist, robbed a bank today, or whatever. I will also post at the Biz TV YouTube channel, the show. I got to start out with a couple of things that have nothing to do with you and the markets and stuff. When you have a chance, go look at the video or videos of the Tibet-Nepal border. Gargantuan floods out of nowhere from earthquakes. And when I tell you everything washed away, I mean it. And we're not just talking about cars and houses, but people. What a disaster. Man, oh man. There was earthquakes and it just snapped flooding. I thought I was watching a movie when I was watching this video, that it was just made up. Next. So yesterday, I'm doing the show, and we start out with Dolly Parton. That when the special report came up, and I thought it was something to do with Iran or the president. No, Dolly Parton's dead. And I said to you, I kind of lost my breath. I was taken aback, and I was like teared up, and I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. Why? Well, we found out. And we kind of already knew, just that unbelievable icon, not just of music, but we're finding out the philanthropy that this woman was involved with. Go look up the Imagination Library. Go look that up for kids. And you know, we're big here with kids and doing things for kids. Anyway, and you can also tell by how many people and what they're saying. Boy, I hope I get one person saying the things they're saying about her, about me. Anyway, now we know. It was one of those. By the way, we first watched her on Carson. We were big Johnny Carson fans. Anyway, and then, you know who passes away today? Tim Curry from the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Do you know how many times when I was in high school, the easiest way to get a first date with a girl was to take her to the Rocky Horror Picture Show down in Coral Gables, Florida. I think I've seen it like 9 times. Anyway, he was 80. And what I say to you yesterday, as you get older, man, these things come at you. These things come at you. All right, markets. First off, It's going to close in about 7 minutes. But after the close, not just NVIDIA, but CrowdStrike, Salesforce.com in the Dow, Urban Outfitters, Viva Systems, and all that. So it's going to be a big aftermarket. But a few things for me sticking out today. You know how we did this whole thing on Dick's Sporting Goods yesterday, and we said, oh, we're going to go visit a couple this weekend to see how the hell this thing crashed? Well, on the other end of the spectrum, you ready for this one? Abercrombie & Fitch, up 37% today, over $40 to about $150. Blew away Wall Street estimates. Gary's going to visit a couple of them, see what's going on there. It's amazing in the retail world. In retail, you've got a blow up of Dick's Sporting Goods, and I mean an absolute blow up. One like we haven't seen in a very long time, and just the opposite on Abercrombie & Fitch. Amazing. What a story. And I do remember a few years back, it had a big run and then it got smoked again. Yeah, it got a big run from 2023 to mid-24, and then it got bombed again. Good for them. We love success stories here, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing better than me being able to come on here and talk success stories. We love that. So as the market is closing here, Dow's down about 100. The S&P's up a couple of points. NASDAQ is down 20. NASDAQ 100's up 4. So not much going on. Transport's up 170. Better tone there. FedEx looks like it wants to break out. Little better tone there. But again, the story goes is going to be NVIDIA. It's got a $5 trillion market cap, so it matters. The other part of the equation is the CEO always says big things. Everything's great. Everything's wonderful. Don't worry. Everything's good. Don't believe anything you hear about circular financing, blah, 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 blah. That's what he'll do. Interesting enough, I believe the last 3 or 4 times they reported very good numbers and the stocks didn't react well. I think the good news is NVIDIA's stock has gone from 228 down to little under 210 in the last 8 days. So maybe it's oversold and we'll get a bounce on earnings, which, by the way, will be good. I'm looking at guidance. The guidance is for about 100%, and they'll beat. So they're going to have another triple-digit earnings, and revenue, 100%. 100% on both. That's pretty freaking good. Now we'll see what the reaction is, and I'm pretty sure we'll have the reaction before we're off air. Also, what I don't like, yields are up today. I don't want to see yields up. You have the Treasury Secretary intervening with his yapper and with some moves, and yields are really not buckling that much. I will promise you I do not want to see yields on the 10-year above 4.75. Your handsome and buffed host would not be happy if the 10-year yield goes above 4.747. And of course, it's an example of cause the problem and let's put a Band-Aid over it right now, because that's not going to cure the problem. The problem is out of control debt and deficits. That's the big problem right now. Oil prices down a little bit today. Good to see. They've leaked. Just so you know what the administration did today. They leaked today, nothing by accident, that there will be no military action at all. At least till after the election, which is a D-U-H leak. Of course they're not. Unless, what if Iran does something crazy militarily. We're going to have to react. And I wonder if they do that based on this leak. Just so you know, Iran's been playing. They've been playing us. They think whether they have it or not, they think they have the upper hand. We'll be watching. Up next, what else is going on? We'll give you the final numbers and lots more. This is the one only Investor's Edge. So, market's about to close, and Meta is up $7. It was up $28 pre-market. It was down like 5 or 6, but right now it's up a little less than $7. Let me tell you what just happened. Meta agreed to an $18 billion teen safety settlement. Supposedly, new protections for users under 18 across Instagram and Facebook. Time limits. They're putting on time limits. And I'm asking myself, they're putting on time limits. Who's going to be the scorekeeper? Anyway, default 2-hour daily limit. Default 12 a.m. to 6 a.m. nighttime block. Parent approval will be required to remove either restriction. I've got a question. Aren't teenagers smart? Can't they get on Instagram and lie about their age? I think they... you tell me. Maybe I'm nuts. But I digress. And then there's other things there. Stronger age checks and removal of users under 13. More tools for parents and guardians. Respond to 90% of potentially harmful content reports within 6 hours. $18 billion. By the way, $12.7 billion is going to be paid to states. And another $5.3 billion contingent on TikTok and YouTube agreeing to similar terms. TikTok and YouTube is owned by Google. I'll never call them Alphabet. I don't understand. I don't understand how they're going to be able to police this. And what happened to parents? It's kind of weird. Here's the other part. This is only a few states. There are other states out there, right? Isn't this going to open up the spigot? That's the question. Is Meta settlement for all states? Let's see what it says. No. The recent Meta settlement does not include every single U.S. state? No. Interesting. Will there be others? Well, 47 of the 50. Okay, we'll see if the other 3 do. And what else is going to occur? Anyway, that's Meta. And the stock was up. Why would it be up? Because it's already been down because of it. $18 billion. And as we have said to you, Mark Zuckerberg, one of the great liars of all time, I'd say it to his face. I remember when he was on Capitol Hill the first time, and he was asked about, are you going to be stalking people? Are you going to be targeting? Are you going to... That's all they do. And you know what else they got going? And God bless them for being able to do this. I can be on a computer in my office at my house upstairs, and on Google search, put in best hotels in Tuscany, Italy. And then 6 hours later, go on my phone on Instagram, and a bunch of hotels from Tuscany, Italy find me. I can say it. I can say it. And they also follow you. They listen. They got you by the grapefruits. He blatantly lied to Congress. I remember it like it was yesterday. And of course, how much, that's the question. How much donations do you think WED has given to politicians throughout the years? Probably a crap load, right? Probably a crap load. And let's leave no doubt, they've got you. They've got you. They have obviously hired a crap load of psychologists and people who understand behavior. I consider myself quite disciplined. That's the word. But I can get on Instagram and want to look at some subject, and I'll watch 40 videos on it, 50 videos, 100 videos. And that's me, and I'm disciplined. So anyway, imagine teens. Yeah, I get it. I understand. I understand. We'll see how this plays out, and we'll see who's next. Other social media companies, who knows? We'll see. We are waiting NVIDIA earnings. We'll let you know. I will tell you CrowdStrike, and this is important. The stock has been hit pretty good recently. Is up $7 in the aftermarket to 196 and change on their earnings. And if any other comes out, we will let you know. How about Salesforce.com? Let's see what's going on with them. If I can find it here. There you go. Salesforce.com is up $15 in the aftermarket. That'll be 100 Dow points tomorrow. And that is software also. That's good. So CrowdStrike and Salesforce.com initially are up. And just so you know, Salesforce.com has been the big bear market. It's been recovering for a bunch of weeks now, doing better. CrowdStrike has been hit off the highs recently. By the way, is up $13 in the aftermarket now. That's good to see. Nice. I'll put an arrow up on that one, an arrow up on that one. If anything else shows up, we'll let you know. The Dow did finish down 113, S&P down 2, NASDAQ 21, NASDAQ 100 was up 15, but I will tell you in the aftermarket, the Qs are up a couple of bucks because of those two. And again, we are waiting on NVIDIA, and we'll see what else shows up. They're moving CrowdStrike nicely now. I've got it up $16 in the aftermarket. It's about 7%. Well done. All right. So that's a little bit about Meta, and I have no interest in investing there. The stock has been quite subpar. No oomph whatsoever. It's been in a bearish phase. And I guess getting past the settlement's good news. What else? Gold pulled back finally. Needed to. That's the music. Up next, the rest. This is the one and only Investor's Edge. And welcome once again to Investor's Edge. I have Salesforce.com now up $24. That's a nice move. That's about 11%. And that'll be 150 Dow points tomorrow morning. Nice. And it's been an anchor. The stock has been an anchor on the market for a while. It has been better since the low recently in the last couple of months. I got it now at 228.74. Nice. Good to see. And of course, this can change overnight. I can promise you, because they all go into conference calls and all that crap. Next thing I want to bring up, I have some praise. I have praise for Kevin Warsh. I'm so happy with him right now. So far. He is the new head of the Fed. Let me tell you what I really like about this guy. They've shut up. Under Powell, they never shut up. There were days where 10 of the Fed heads would be yapping and pretty much contradicting each other, driving things up a wall. I'm pretty sure Kevin Warsh gave the others that are on the Fed a dictate saying, shut up. Not in those words, of course, but I'm pretty sure that's what we got. He said, enough. We're not celebrities. We are at the Fed, and we have to be very judicious about everything we do. Good on him, and let's hope it continues that way. Now, of course, we'll see how he handles things going forward. But from what I am reading, he does care about the inflation thing, which means he's going to be like me, smart, versus Powell, dumb. Bernanke, dumb. Yellen, dumb. They were all dumb. So far, just let you know, we really like what we are seeing with Kevin Warsh. Praise! By the way, we're not done. So CrowdStrike closed at 189. I have it at 207. Salesforce.com closed at 205 and change. I have it at 227. All right, so it's pulled back a little bit. Okta, OKTA, which is another software name, closed at 134. I got it at 154. And Viva, another software name, closed at 244. I got it at 254. Look at that. But Synopsys is another software name, closed at 410. I got it at 395, so that's not a good one. And Urban Outfitters, unlike Abercrombie and Fitch, by the way, I got to make sure that Urban Outfitters had a big move today because of Abercrombie and Fitch, but is down $3 in the aftermarket to $80. So it's given back $3 of the $7 that it was up today. And we're just waiting on NVIDIA. I don't know when they will come out. Beats the heck out of me. Yields up today. I mentioned that. We don't want to see that. Oil down a little bit. We do want to see that. They leaked again that no military action. They do that on purpose. They want oil prices to keep going lower. Smart move. And again, we've been telling you we think they're done with the military unless Iran really escalates things. And by the way, we don't think that's out of the realm of possibilities because we think they are, what word am I looking for? I think they got big egos over there, and I think they like testing the president. At least that's what they have shown in the recent past. And they seems like they don't give a crap if we bomb them too much. Anyway. Anything else stick out for me today? Not much. I can tell you that the Dow, which topped out, is still down about 1,300 points below the highs about 3 weeks ago. A little bit above the breakout of about 7 weeks ago, but it will be up in the morning because of Salesforce.com, but who knows what else happens. I am totally focused on oil and yields. I think they are driving forces right now into the election. And again, I believe this administration is going to do everything to have them lower, at least not go higher. The Treasury Secretary was out doing the Powell and intervening. To what extent, we don't know, and hopefully it's not going to be too much. We are not impressed by this Treasury Secretary. We think he's overrated. That's just our opinion. Nothing personal. We just think he's overrated. All the talk that he's the genius. For me, you're not being a genius when you're interfering with free markets, and it looks like Stanley Druckenmiller agrees with our theme on government leaving us the hell alone. We'll keep reporting on it as we keep moving forward. Intuit. This one's interesting. I will tell you the stock today hit a low of 322, down 34 bucks, but finished only down $11. I read something today about Intuit that we'll see. But Intuit came out and said that AI is affecting them. AI is affecting them. And that's been the worry. They said TurboTax is losing the do-it-yourself customers to lower-cost AI-powered alternatives, and price is now the number one reason customers leave. Online paying customer growth slowed to just 3%, which is potentially bearish for traditional software, but bullish for AI. I'm reading, by the way, bullish for AI hardware. Anyway, we'll see. And as you know, they are Intuit's accounting, taxes, and whatever else. I don't know the whatever else part of it. But that was interesting to read on some of these. Just so you know, in the last year, they have melted a lot of these names down that we have been warned about. It's under what they call this SaaS software. It's called software as a service. It's a model where a provider hosts the software and delivers it to users over the internet on a subscription basis. And of course, if you lose subs, that would be a problem. And Intuit stock has been a pretty big bear market. We'll see if that continues, because I got to tell you, you got 3 software stocks. You got 4 software stocks that are up pretty decently. Oh, by the way, Salesforce.com's at the high now, up 30 bucks. That's about 15%. And that's 200 Dow points for tomorrow. Well done, Salesforce. All right, and we're still waiting on NVIDIA, which takes me to the president. We do not have Trump derangement syndrome. We wish him well. We want great things out of him. We have complimented him when we think he should be, and we've taken him on the things that shouldn't be. But something he did today proves the type of person he is, in my opinion. He threw the Republican Party under the bus for his failures. And just so you know, he is the leader of the party. They take marching orders from him. If something doesn't work out, it would be on him. This is what he wrote up today. Oh, that's music. Up next, this is what he wrote. And by the way, it has everything to do with you and the future. This is the one only Investor's Edge. By the way, Hewlett Packard's getting yonked in the aftermarket, so that one's down. So some great things to the upside and some things to the downside. But I think the great things are going to really trump the bad things. Now NVIDIA reports. I don't see the report just yet, but the initial reaction is the stock is dropping. It's showing down 5 for the day. Down, but only down. It was already down 3 and change. It's moving around. We'll give it a few minutes. So the president This is what he writes. This is about the Republican Party. They are not seeing the major reform they thought would happen and are really mad about it. No true accountability. This is the most unaccountable president we have ever had in the history of this country. Yet he's blaming the Republican Party on their accountability. You ready for this? No true mass deportations. What, are you kidding? They've been deporting the hell out of this country. And guess who pulled back on the deportations over the last few months? The President of the United States. He even quoted that he was worried about they didn't have enough people at the hotels and housekeeping and farmers and things like that. He's blaming the party. You ready for this one? No meaningful decrease in the deficit. Whose big, beautiful bill was it? Whose spending bill was it? It was the president's. Lots of very long vacations and no work. That's what the president wrote about the Republican Party. How many days Trump played golf since becoming president again? 129 days, and he's blaming the Republicans for going on vacation. It's unreal. I don't even know what to say. He goes on to say, no bills being passed that reduce the government involvement in their lives? I got news for you. That's on him. Tariffs, that's our lives. Liberation Day tariffs, that was going to crush us. Taking our taxpayer dollars and paying off farmers. Huh? He goes on to say, I'm very worried the GOP is sleepwalking toward a midterm reckoning they don't see coming. You know what the president knows? He knows that the midterms are going to be bad. So let's blame the party, not me. I'm the greatest. What kind of person is this? Remember Harry Truman had a sign on his desk? The buck stops here. You know what the sign on Trump's desk is? The buck stops everywhere else. Okay, NVIDIA. Closed at 209.66. I got it at 207. Only down $2.66. Actually 206.5 now, but down 6 and change for the day. So not a great reaction for NVIDIA yet. Let me see if I can get the numbers out. NVIDIA. They raised numbers only by a little bit. They only beat by a little bit on earnings. They beat okay. Yeah, I think what's happened here with NVIDIA, and it's not a big deal because they still have triple-digit growth, sales, and earnings, is that they did not beat badly. But it's only down a couple of bucks in the aftermarket, so not the biggest of deals. And, of course, that can change. They'll have the press conference and all that crap. Let's see. This is going on with Trump. People are pissed off that they voted Trump into office, and then the GOP continues to slow walk every reform. Where are all the Doge cuts that were promised? Where's the SAVED Act? Why haven't they defunded the Taliban yet? Why are bills passing the House and disappear in the Senate? Why are the GOP still I got news for you. I'm not going to say what I'm thinking. Let's just talk business. The president's throwing the Republican Party under the bus. Bottom line. That's all. I think they have read the numbers. They're losing the House. The Senate is going to get interesting. The president made a big mistake backing this guy Paxton in Texas. They may lose the Texas Senate seat because they put this guy in that is, you can go read his bio. And then it'll be a fun next 2 years. That's all I can tell you. Oh boy. With the Dems running the House, and if they run the Senate, all hell's going to break loose. And that's a little bit about President Trump today. NVIDIA is bouncing a little bit. It's 208.50. Why am I doing this for you? It's going to change 47 different times by tonight's close. What I'm interested in seeing is they're going to talk CapEx, that's capital expenditures, and how that affects other companies. But I don't trust anybody talking capital expenditures, because I can promise you those numbers are going to change. And due to the fact they're ridiculously high, they only will come down or stay the same. But that's the big story going into tomorrow. CrowdStrike up $18 to 207. Salesforce.com up $29 to 234. Okta up $24 to 159. Viva Systems up $20 to 264. Those are all software. But on the other end, Software Synopsys down $25 to 385. Urban Outfitters giving some back today, about $4 of the 7. And HP, part of that Hewlett-Packard spinoff, that's down. Whoa, that's down about 15% in the aftermarket. So a lot of jello moving on the plate going into tomorrow. Have a great evening. Drive carefully. When you get home, do like we do. Quite simple. Make sure you hug your family, hug your children. They will feel better. You will feel better. I promise. Stay well, be well. Until tomorrow. Peace out all. Good night.